in the 1980 book Dream Makers by Charles Platt, not, as we said a few times in the last episode, Chris Pratt.
Not Chris Pratt, yeah.
Yeah. Charles Platt. Frank said this about his career aspirations and his confidence, and I thought this was huge. Quote, I think that self-limitation is the major limiting factor for most people in the world. They've been led to believe in these limitations by various factors. If you have a quiescent population, it's much easier to govern. You don't want a lot of people out there producing new things, because new things oftentimes are dangerous to the people in power. End quote.
Wow. What a classic Frank statement. I love that.
I love it. I mean, it reads like directly out of later two journals.
Yes.
Like this is like an epigraph for just one for one.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I really resonate with that in the creative field. You know, like people are so quick to shoot themselves down. Now, on one hand, we could go back to this sounds like Frank enjoying a tremendous privilege as like a white straight man in America. But in the creative field, as an author, as an artist, as a musician, people are so fast to shoot themselves down because they don't feel like they fit a certain mold or they're not immediately great at something. But there was a Bob Ross quote that I really loved recently. Talent is... Bob Ross said in one of his episodes, talent is a pursued interest. Anything you're willing to practice, you can do. And I find that that is kind of in line with what Frank is saying here, right? This idea that you, and granted, he's coming at it from the anti-establishment thing. You want people to self-limit so that you don't have to worry about them getting out of line and upsetting your carefully laid balance of power, you know, so you don't get dethroned or whatever.
Right.
But still, I think that for people, I teach art and people will say, I'm not an artist. And I'm like, but you love to draw and you love to make things. Like, what do you mean? And yet people are very quick to shoot themselves down. Talent is interest pursued. Do the thing. You'll get better at it. If you draw 100 kitty cats, that 101st kitty cat's going to be even better, dear listener. Go ahead.
That's right.
Try it out.
Certainly better than kitty cat number 3.
Kitty cat number 3 fucking sucks because it's your third kitty cat. Ugh, fuck that drawing. Burn it. Burn it for warmth. But draw a fourth one.
Is it a cat or a slig? You know, what are you even drawing here?
Who's to say?
Get good. Get better.
Is that,
you fucking loser.
You fucking idiot loser. This is the cultivating confidence talk. You fucking idiot loser. Try harder.
Version of a pep talk.
God, that sucks. Do it again.
Yeah. I do love that sentiment, this idea that most people's biggest limiting factor is actually themselves. Most people, my greatest argument is that most people can actually do anything they set their mind to. It's the setting your mind to it that's the hardest part of anything. And I think, especially in like a modern social media world where you see people being glamorous and succeeding or whatever and being fake online, people underestimate just like how much work and how much time it takes to get good at a talent.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is invisible time. You know, people will not be clapping for you when you are drawing kitty cat number 3.
No, they'll only start clapping at like the 74 mark or the 74 mark. Yeah, no, that's a great point. The thing that really blows me away is when you start learning a craft, you start realizing, oh, it's like thousands of hours. And you get to a point where you go, oh, I've learned how to do this thing that I had no idea how to do it, and now I'm quite good at doing it. Now people see me doing it and go, wow, you're pretty good at that. And it's like all it takes is hours. And so it is a very simple formula. I've had so many conversations with people where the more I've learned, the more I'm like, I don't think talent exists in the common like meaning of the word. I think it's just a way of expressing how much endurance one has for practicing a thing. So if you love art, people can say, oh, he's so talented. But like what you're describing is he has had the persistence to keep doing the thing until he's gotten to the point where you can praise him for doing that thing. So it, you know, but I've had hours.
I see you trying to lead us down this talent versus skill rabbit hole.
No, we don't have.
We
to
have
go
dodged two huge rabbit holes today with art versus artist and talent versus skill.
Yeah, we'll and come back to it.
Trust me, I could do like a 10-part episode series on each of those.
Yeah,
I have so many thoughts.
Yeah, same.